welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah and you're watching So Beauty Stuff. Today I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to achieve this makeup look. So this is a really soft, glamorous, natural prom or ball makeup. Where possible I've used the most affordable products, but as always you can always trade off products I'm using for products you have. You don't have to have the exact same one. So hopefully this is really nice and easy for you to recreate and that you like this look. So let's get on with the tutorial. So I'm going to prime my skin with some MAC Strobe Cream. Something else you can do if you don't have this cream is to mix any kind of strobing cream with your moisturiser. A nice affordable strobing cream is this Master Strobing Liquid by Maybelline. So while that's setting, I'm going to use my MAC Paintpot in Soft Ochre. If you don't have anything like this, you can just use a nice cream concealer that's the same colour as your skin. I'm just dabbing this on with my finger all over the lid, right up to the brow bone. I like to just use a brush to make sure this is all even. One of my all-time favourite eyeshadow palettes is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye. It's essentially a contouring kit for your eyes in warm, cool and neutral shades. I like to pick up a big fluffy brush. This is the Real Techniques Dulux Crease Brush. And then I'm going to pick up the colour Ludwin from the Shade and Light palette. As you can see, this is one of my most used colours. I put tan in there. And I'm just going to dust it lightly all over the lid to set that base we put down. Using the same brush, I'm going to pick up the colour Lactus, this sort of orangey colour, and start working that into the crease. This is going to be our transitions shade, so the highest colour that's going to be visible, and we want it to blend out to almost nothing. So I'm now going to pick up the shade Latinus, this cool brown colour right at the end. I'm just going to layer it on top of the orangey colour, again working it into the crease. And if at any time you think the edges look too harsh, just go back in with that orangey colour. I'm going to start using a slightly more defined brush. This is the Exo Beauty Fluffy Blender Brush. I'm going to take this warm red colour, this is called Lucius. The idea is we're just slowly building this up to deepen out this crease. So we're going to try and focus this more to the outer corner of the eye, but we're going to slowly start bringing that in so it fades to the inner corner. And again, we can go back in with the orange colour and just sweep that around the edges to make sure it's all nicely blended. I'm then going to go in with this deep brown shade Solas, and again we're going to start working that into the outer corner and sweep it through the crease. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush. This one doesn't have a number or a name, but it's just a big fluffy brush from Carousel Cosmetics. It comes from their Rose Gold set. I'm going to pick up this first colour that we used, Ludwin, and sweep it just below the brow. We're going to go back in with the Soft Ochre Paintpot. I'm taking a flat concealer brush. This is the F70 from Sigma, but any thin, flat, small eyeshadow brush will do the trick. Now we're going to cut in a little bit of a crease. I just open up my eye all the way, see where my mobile lid is showing, and try to paint the crease just up above that. So you want to paint about 2/3 of your lid. I'm going to set that again with Ludwin, this light creamy colour from the Shade and Light palette. And to blend the two together, I'm going to use this light stony grey colour Lazarus and just dust across the two areas where they meet. I'm using the Hourglass Incandescent Strobe Light, a flat shader brush. This is the Sigma E60. I'm going to pick up some product and just push it on to the lighter areas of my eye. It's just going to add a little bit of extra light there and just really open up your eyes. If you need to, go back over that transition area of the eye with the stony grey colour. Now I'm going to move on to the brows. I'm going to start by brushing them with a spoolie. Just going to brush all the brush hairs upwards. I'm going to start with a brow pomade. This is Soft Brown from Chi Chi. And I'm going to use this to add some definition to the more sparse areas of my brow, and just generally try to make them look a bit more full. What I'm going to do now is just brush back through with the spoolie, make sure there is no areas where it's too thick. I'm going to use a pencil just to draw on some hairs. I'm using the Spiked Eyebrows Crayon from MAC. This is a wind-up pencil and it's got a really fine tip on it, which is great. I'm adding on hair-like strokes where I wish I had hair, just the sparse areas, not all over. And once again, I'm just going to go through with the spoolie and make sure my hairs are all staying natural. Before I go in my foundation, I'm just going to see if there's any areas of my face that need colour correcting. Usually these are the dark circles under my eyes and redness around my nose. So I'm using the Maybelline Master Camo concealer set. This orange colour here for the purple circles around my eyes. I'm just going to use my finger to warm it up and then just dab it under my eyes. And then I'm going to take the green, again just with my finger, and use this to get the red areas around my cheeks and nose. This is the XO Beauty Tapered Face Brush. I'm going to use this just to blend that in. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. I'm using the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80, so I'm going to apply a very small amount. So I'm dipping my brush straight into the foundation, then dabbing this over my face before buffing in. And don't forget to bring it down past your jawline to your neck. Next I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Not even a whole pump is needed, this is probably going to be too much product. And I'm using the same concealer brush, the F70 from Sigma, the one that I used for my eyelids. And we're just going to start in the inner corner under my eye and spread that out to create a triangle. You really want a small amount and build it up if necessary. And I'm going to blend it in using my big tapered face brush. To set my under eyes, I'm using the My Kit Co 1.7. I like using a finely milled loose powder. Today I'm using the Laura Mercier. Just picking up a really small amount of product, dusting off the excess and buffing that into the areas where I've concealed. Taking a fan brush, this is just a shimmer fan brush from XO Beauty. Again, I'm going to use my Hourglass Ambient Strobing Light powder. And you can just use this as almost like a finishing powder, very lightly dust it over the entire face. Next, I'm going to take a big fluffy powder brush, as big as I can find. This is a Sigma Large Powder F30. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. Dust my brush across all three powders, and I'm just going to lightly dust this all around the outside areas of my face, and along my jawline and down my neck. I'm then going to take a smaller brush. This is the XO Beauty Medium Face Brush, and I'm going to take this middle shade here and focus this in the areas I need to contour. I'm focusing my cheek contour really close to the hairline. I'm also going to bring up a little bit of that colour into my temples, down the sides of your nose. I don't like to be too precise with nose contour. I'm now going to go back in with my Hourglass Incandescent Strobe Light. I'm going to go over my inner corner, just make sure that's really highlighted. I'm going to do my brow bone, I'm going to do my Cupid's bow, and I'm going to do the high points of my face, including my cheeks. I'm going to be using the Sigma F35 Tapered Highlighter brush. Blush, I want to use something quite pink and pretty. I'm using this MAC Margin Frost blush. This is the Sigma F25 Tapered Face. I'm going to focus this on the apples of my cheeks, but not too close to my nose, and then I'm going to blend that, and I'm going to blend that all the way up towards my hairline. I'm going to set my brows with some gel. I absolutely love this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Set Gel. It's just a clear gel. So I'm going to start by brushing all the hairs up, and then where I need to just brush those tail hairs down. Now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to take a tulip crease brush from XO Beauty, Lactus, the orange shade from the Shade and Light palette. I'm just going to sweep that all along the lower lash line. Try and get that colour to meet up with the shadow on your lid. I'm going to go in with Latinus. The darker the colour gets, try to focus it a little bit close to the lash line. I'm now going to take a Zoeva 230 Luxe pencil. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the red shade, Lucius, and go really close to the lash line with this colour. And I'm going to go even more defined. This is a Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm going to pick up the shade Solace, and again go really close to the lash line. So I'm going to take the tulip crease brush I was using and the deep brown colour again. So I'm just really lightly dotting it into the outer V and gently dragging it towards the lid slightly. So I'm going to put on some mascara. It doesn't really matter too much what you're going to use because I'm also going to put on some false lashes, but I'm going to be using Benefit They're Real. So I'm going to be using the Ardell Demi Wispies in black. These are a really beautiful natural eyelash to wear, particularly if you're not used to wearing eyelashes. Finally, I'm going to move on to lips. I'm going to go for a pink shade. So I'm using a Revlon Colourstay lip liner in the shade Nude. I'm then using a Revlon lipstick in the shade 002 Pink Pout. And I'm going to top that with a clear lip gloss. This is just one from Wet n Wild. So I'll start by lining my lips. I'm going to go in with the lipstick. Gently bite and rub your lips together to blend the two colours together. And then either use your fingers or a cotton tip to just pick up some of that lip gloss to apply to your lips. I always like to finish any makeup look by spraying my face. The Fix Plus spray will just help to keep your skin hydrated. And I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist. And the Fixing Mist will obviously help it last all night. Here's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. If you do recreate it, please let me know. I'd love to see your pictures. If you do have a ball, a prom, or a dance, or anything coming up, I really hope you have an amazing time. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can give it a thumbs up, and if you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Hopefully, I'll see you in my next one. Bye!